Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would do a second walk. So you guys will get two of these little lives today. Do on my sunglasses. I'm gonna see if that helps at all with the sun glare on this screen with reading stuff. I don't know that it's gonna help, but it's worth a try. Quick reminder though, if you guys will please drop a comment down below if you see this after the fact. And I know I made this public. I don't see anybody in here yet. I double checked it. So hopefully we get some people in. But yeah, I'm still fasted. It's just after 10:30. I've got all my food cooking. I'm really hungry, so I'm like, it's an off day from training. I want to burn a little more energy, a few more calories before I eat breakfast. So I'd like to eat breakfast as soon as I get done with this walk. So again, just taking a second one. I did about 40 minutes total walking earlier. So let me just get another one in, and I'll get back to work. Get some breakfast going. But yeah, it's a good chance to just throw another stream in. So again, some of these off days from lifting, get a second one of these in. Not always a bad thing. Mainly I don't want to walk for an hour straight because I need to go pee and stuff. I gotta go to the bathroom. So definitely don't always like going over an hour in one go. So I can split them up. Again, just walking. But even then, getting in one pace, good for metabolic health, good for energy turnover. And that's the beauty of all of it, it doesn't interfere with your training. And that's kind of a big deal for me. Because I feel like with my lifting, I'm trying to maximize recovery with every aspect of my stuff, cutting out all the junk volume, doing quality sets, and it's working. I feel like the progressive overload's going along well. But only training 4 days a week, with basically looking at what's kind of my optimal volumes with no junk volume, it does make me feel a little lazy, and that's my own mindset. So just getting out and walking a little more absolutely helps with that. So cool glasses. Yeah, Z-Bones, the problem is still the sunlight. I was hoping it would help with the sunlight glare, but I can barely still read even with these on. Okay, I just got to get in the shade. All right, that helps a lot. That helps. But no, this is my other ones. These are normal glasses, but they're not my reading glasses. The other are my reading glasses. So I'm usually having them on the desk or the phone. These are my outdoor ones, and I haven't been wearing them in the vlogs. These are the ones that change colors. I can't read as well with them though. But we'll see. Hit that like button though, guys. Let's get some likes going in here. So I think maybe I'll head back to the park area. That way we'll have a little bit of tree cover, and we'll get less glare on this phone. What do you vlog about? I just talk with you guys. I talk with my followers. Look at the title of the channel, Michael. Strength and fitness. I'm a 40-year-old strength athlete and coach. So what do you think we talk about? Do you ever write down your PR goals? Do I write them down? No, I don't need to write them down. I talk about them in my blogs. Love from Cincinnati. Awesome, man. Awesome. I write down a lot of goals, and I keep actually a big running sheet and a vision board and stuff, but that's all very personal. Like none of that's ever going on. Right? You definitely need to have a vision board for your life though. You take this off. Oh, that works better, no glasses. I'm 26 foot even, I weigh 125. I'd love to have motivation to eat. Why don't you just eat? Nice, but no running sheet for lifting goals. Keep going. No, because those are different. I know that's going to sound crazy. They're not important enough to all that for the vision board. Those are just simply training goals. And I know for someone who that's my profession, you're like, what? But it actually, in the grand scheme of things, it's just not something I worry about from a vision board. So maybe just take the glasses off. Oh yeah, this is much better. Let me just pull the glasses off. Now I can read just fine. Just got to hold the phone closer. Just got to make sure not to lose the glasses now. Drop them into my fanny pack. I can throw them back on if I need to do anything. I don't know any Paul Blaha, no. Have you ever suffered from any cervical, what? No. Yeah, Z-Bones, and mainly because I don't want to cloud that. Like my vision board is long-term future plans, 2-year goals, 5-year goals. And so I simply have in there basic training stuff, like what I'd like to be doing with my training, but no, I don't ever write down my actual lifting goals, believe it or not. For muscle gains, only pull-ups or pull-downs. What? Pull-ups, dude. Like what? Pull-downs? No. No, pull-up is a superior exercise all the way around. So you have a separate, no, I tell you in my vlogs. I figure since it's in my vlogs all the time, there's no need for me to write it separate from my vision board. So my vision board is always about how I want to live my life, where I'd like to see my life at. Does that make sense? All aspects of my life. Financial, physical, spiritual, relationships, so stuff like that. But I keep lifting stuff in there, but it's more of falling into that category, right? That's really the thing. Let me slide by these people here. Hello. Do you rewatch? I don't watch any of my own videos. Nope. Do you miss working out in public gyms? Yeah, sometimes. How long do you keep track of it? What do you mean? Dude, I train and vlog everything. It's obviously in my memory. So the difference is Z-Bones, because I vlog all of that, every workout gets written down. The discussion is already done in vlogs for you guys. I don't need to put it separately into my vision boards. There's just no need. It's all stuff I'm doing on a day-to-day basis already, right? Do I need to do pull downs if I do bent over rows and pullovers for the back? Some vertical pulling wouldn't be a bad thing. Why don't you do some pull-ups, man? Pull-ups or chin-ups. Wouldn't be a bad thing, homie. All right, this sunlight's going to be a problem no matter where I go. Do I need to do pull-ups if I do? Yeah. Yeah, I think you should do pull-ups. Right? Hey, Z-Bones, I don't understand your question. Like, I don't understand what you're asking me at all. So, no offense, I just don't understand the question. I'm doing some evening streams. They're going to be a little bit later, though. That works better with my life. So, I definitely needed a break from all the lives to work different stuff. Like, I was getting burned out on doing them, just quite frankly. And I just saw them as pretty much useless. But I feel like I can work more of them than I can now. Just at my own pace. So, yep. Main thing is just making sure my doorbell is turned off if I'm going to be doing evening lives. So that I can be uninterrupted. If you use your vlogs for goals and don't rewatch them. Hey, Z-Bones, I'm going to say this nicely because I'm not stupid. I can actually remember what goals I said in a vlog. It's not that hard, dude. Best split if I run 30 minutes 3 times a week. I don't know that there's a best split specifically to that. Maybe a 4-day upper lower or something, some sort of conjugate would probably work good. Jason, are one-leg reverse hypers worth doing if you don't want to load up plates on them? I don't know how to answer that. I don't know that I would do one leg ones that often on a normal reverse hyper. Just why not just do both legs? Not a big deal. But no, Z-Bones, I don't physically write down my lifting goals to answer your question. So I turned into way too much of the vlog discussing that. No, I don't need to. I literally know what my lifting goals are. I'm not going to forget what my bench press goals and stuff are if I don't write them down. I'm good. Thanks for answering. Big fan. Yeah, so Enrique, I mean, that's kind of what I would do. I mean, you could do a 3-day push-pull legs or something, but it's really going to depend on your structure, your lifestyle, and your goals. Dude, you're doing too much cardio. Walking for 30 minutes to an hour a day is not that much cardio. It's an off day from lifting. Plenty of people walk for an hour a day at their normal work. You remember last goal for bench? Yep, and you guys know why I changed it. Hey, Z-Bones, I'm starting to think you're a troll now. You just outed yourself. All right, I can get rid of that guy. Done. Can you build muscle optimally, training it once a week? I mean, hypothetically, yeah. And we can get into arguments about frequency, recovery, neural drive. A lot of nuance to that question. I would say yes, you can make great gains, right? Optimal is a totally different argument, though, isn't it? Really. You can make great gains on once a week. Optimally, maybe not without drugs. But could you make great gains? Yeah, sure. But I mean, I would always say, well, let's get to the topic of optimal mortal. Is the rest of your life optimal? So when you're talking stuff of would you benefit from shifts in frequency or volume, is your lifestyle supported? I'm currently doing full body 3 times a week, but maybe doing push-pull legs would be better. Yeah, dude, I mean, full body 3 times a week is for novices. Once you're done with the novice stuff, there's no need, right? So I don't know how advanced you are, you know? You get more advanced hitting the same big muscles 3 times a week can really be a lot. It can be too much to handle. Like even for me, I can tell you my quads are at the limits of their recovery. Doing a top set of squats plus 3 hard sets of blah, 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 blah. Belt squats twice a week, it's pushing my limits in my quads. Then again, doing 6 sets twice a week isn't too bad neither, really much recovery-wise. It depends on how strong you are, mortal. It's a big factor there, right? Big factor. I can't believe we only have 1 like in this whole thing, man. You guys asking this many questions, we only got 1 like this whole time. Oh, come on, guys, y'all trolling me. Guys do shoulder hangs. They fix your shoulders. Yeah, I mean, I promote dead hangs. Okay, thanks. 502 deadlift, 2.5 bench, and 3.5. Oh, yeah, Enrique, dude. No. Go over to some sort of split. And push-pull legs or a 4-day upper lower would be way better for you at this point. Full body 3 days a week is definitely going to beat you up. It's not going to be optimal for your strength level. I mean, if I'm just going to be fair, you know. There we go. I said that, then we got a bunch of likes from 1 to 6. For your top sets, some of them, yeah, I mean, I can always change that, but those are goals. Like, so goals I would love to reach would be, 405 for 10 on a high bar squat would be nice. Get 500 for 10 on my deadlift with a stiff bar would be nice. I mean, I've done it with a deadlift bar with the thicker plates. That's kind of cheating. I'd love to bench 315 for 10. That sounds crazy to me these days. I mean, I got to the 8 once, but I mean, I'd love to reach a 315 for 10 bench. Man. Yes, I hefted up my lower back a point. Yep. So you're streaming around. What's that rash on your neck? I have psoriasis. That's why I shaved my head originally. Are you meaning that one set of 3 sets on the big list? No. No, I mean, I meant one set of 10. It's kind of where I'd like to be. It would be nice. I mean, now if I could get 3 by 10, oh my God. If I get 3 by 10, like, oh my God, 315 bench for 3 by 10, I feel like I'd be crazy, Jack. Yeah, they send me threats all the time, dude. It's my normal. I've dealt with it for a decade. Oh yeah, no psoriasis, it always hurts. What am I gonna do about it? You know, that's why I shave. That's why I shave most of the hair off. You know, that's why people say stupid stuff like, would you get a hair transplant? I'm like, so that my scalp would bleed? I'd have hair and then my scalp would bleed all the time. I don't know what a commando pull-ups is, sorry. So I don't know how to help you. How did you get a neck injury doing pull-ups? I'm not understanding. I stopped doing upright rows back in 2015 after watching one of your old videos, and I've reduced so many shoulder issues doing shrugs instead. I like upright rows these days, some, but yeah, they can be a little hard on shoulders. You know, I don't absolutely hate them, and I use them sometimes and program them, but I've learned to be more sparing with that. I do feel like if you're not careful, they can become problematic. I think we get overuse on them real easy in our shoulders. What is a top set? The heaviest, hardest set you're going to do? Like a peak set. So if you ramp up to, you know, your hardest set, that's your one all-out one. So kind of what we call the top set. Does that make sense, old? So like this week on bench, my top set, I did 315 for a triple. That was my top set. My hardest set of the workout. So let's say you do on a lift, you're doing whatever 3 by 6, and you try to take the third set further. That would be, dude. I don't believe in conspiracy stuff, man. Let's not bring up chemtrails. I don't have time for that nonsense. All right, guys. This is just a quick 20-minute extra walk to get an hour in before breakfast. So I'm going to wind this down. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.